Alright, today I'm making a delicious HelloFresh Cheeseburger. Alright, we'll get the meat out of the fridge, burger meat, and then here is the rest of the ingredients for the cheeseburger. Throw the meat over there, open up our ingredients. Okay, dump them out. Throw the bag away, make sure got all the ingredients out of there. We did. Instructions. Adjust rack to middle position, preheat oven to 450, wash and dry produce. Alright, in the middle position, I get this to 450. Come on, okay, 450. Alright, cut potatoes into wedges. I am going to peel my potatoes because I don't like the skins on them. And that's just the way I am. It'll take a little bit more time, but that's alright. Alright, I'm really sorry about this because this is going to take a while. These are tiny potatoes, not much to hold on to. And I guess I'm like kind of a slow potato peeler. I once made a couple videos filming myself and timing myself how fast I peel potatoes. I thought I did pretty good, but I don't know. But these small ones definitely take a while to peel. In a lot of these videos, I am like breathing really heavy, and I think it's because, well, I do try to work really hard and fast when cooking, and I'm also talking at the same time. Man, it does a number on your lungs, but I guess that'll make me, increase my VO2 max so I can become like a marathon runner or something. Yeah, maybe something good will come out of these videos other than mediocre food. Ha! I mean, I like the food. The videos are definitely mediocre. I think the food turns out good every time. Alright, third potato. Okay. I don't know, maybe you think I peel them fast. Maybe you're a slow peeler. Okay. How many potatoes we gotta freaking peel here? Alright, fourth potato. I really wonder if there's like a secret to peeling smaller potatoes. I don't have enough time to figure out what that might be. There's my cat Cedric. But this is, okay, obviously this meal is like fries and a burger. And the burgers from HelloFresh are honestly some of the best burgers I've personally ever had. You may not believe that. But it's honestly so easy to make a good burger and also so easy to screw up a burger. Like, restaurants do it all the time. I think burgers are very bland at a lot of restaurants. But HelloFresh, when they make burgers, they are flavorful, they are seasoned, spiced up, and they're just great. Good sauces. So yeah, I'm honestly very excited to eat this in like 30 minutes, however long it takes me. Spend about 20 minutes peeling potatoes. This last one, it's the last one. Okay. I'm like so afraid to cut myself with a peeler because you'll like basically shave your skin off. Alright, done peeling. Cut potatoes into 1/2-inch thick wedges. Toss with oil. Half the garlic powder. Big pinch of salt and pepper. Alright, we're just going to cut these into wedges that we are happy with. happy with that. Happy with those. Yeah, we'll call that our base wedge size. I wonder if what people think about my cutting skills, because I'm definitely slow compared to like good chefs. But I don't know. I think maybe among amateurs I do okay. No idea. I probably think much higher of myself than other people would think of me. It's usually how that works. Alright. Last one. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, pop these in this bowl. I'm gonna do just some regular vegetable oil. Olive oil has too much of its own flavor. I think a neutral oil. Ooh, that was a lot, but it'll be okay, I promise. All right, we're gonna do a hefty pinch of salt. Call that a good pinch of salt. And we'll get some pepper. Boom. And half of the garlic powder. Well, it's all in this bag. It's gonna be hard to tell what half of the garlic powder is, but all I can do is the best I can. Maybe one more. Alright, is that half? Oh no, this might not be half yet. Alright, how about now? Tiny bit more. Alright, let's call that half. Booyah. Give it a mix. Get a nice big pan out. Get this cooked. And I'm actually gonna get some of this, drip some of this flavorful, garlicky, salty, peppery oil in there. I want to make sure these are all spread out evenly so that they all cook evenly. I'm like kind of a stickler for that. Honestly, I'm more of a stickler than professional chefs who make way better food. It's probably something that kind of slows me down too, is being like obsessed with things being placed evenly on pans. But it might make a small difference, who knows. I'll just get this in here. Those take a while to cook, so I usually just trust that they'll be in there till the very end of cooking. I'm not worried about overdoing it. Cedric, this is not food safe. Alright. Make sauce while potatoes roast in a small bowl. Combine sour cream and ranch dressing. sour cream. Booyah. Ranch dressing, all of it. It just says combine sour cream, ranch dressing, remaining garlic powder, salt and pepper. Garlic powder. Pinch of salt. Some pepper. Get my pinch. Boop. Pinch of salt. Little pepper. And we'll just get a little mixing spoon. Garlic tends to kind of stick together a little bit, garlic powder, so it's good to make sure you get a good mix. That's another thing maybe I would do is I like to really mix things together. That's good and mixed. Okay, in a large bowl, combine beef, Frank's Red Hot Original Seasoning Blend, a dash of the hot sauce, and salt. Easy peasy. All right, let's get our handy dandy scissors. Cut around our meat. Cut around the meat. Scissors are done. In the meat. Is that oil in there? I don't know what got in there. I thought it was just oil, but just oil and potato. And potato. All right. Frank's seasoning. Sorry, it just threw me off at all the liquid in there. I thought I just had oil in there, so I'm like, why is all that liquid in the bowl? I don't think I put anything poisonous in there, so we'll just hope for the best. Frank's Red Hot. What did he say? A dash of hot sauce. An interesting choice, I must say. A dash of hot sauce, but we trust the process. Okay, how are we gonna? Why is it so hard to get this open? Oop, dash. Couple dashes. A little spicy burger. Maybe put a little in our sauce, huh? Get a little spicy. Getting enough salt into your burger meat, in my opinion, great way to up the kind of goodness of it, the intensity of flavor. It just makes it better, in my opinion. It makes it way better. Okay, anything else? No, I think this is all the ingredients. So we want to mix this up with our hands. All right, I'm going to take this over here. Mix it up real good, people. We'll mix it up and then form it into two patties. If you can get all of the ingredients really combined really well, you'll just have some excellent boigas. Bees churgers, as I call them. It smells hot saucy in here. I'm excited. I've never actually done this particular burger recipe at HelloFresh. Putting hot sauce in the burger meat. It's not something, and I try a lot of weird stuff. It's not something I would have thought about doing. All right, I'm gonna flatten it out and get like cut it down the middle. All right, what's this? We're gonna call this 2 even patties. No, the right one's way bigger. We'll call it even. Okay, just form a patty. And make sure it's like pretty flat, because I should have taken my freaking wedding ring off. Whenever you cook a patty, anytime I've ever cooked a patty, it shrinks. So make sure it is a bit flatter and wider than your buns. Wow, yeah, rookie move, keeping the wedding ring on when forming burger patties. Alright. Trying to make sure the sides are all together. Sure it's not falling apart on me. I hate it when a burger falls apart. But things fall apart, as they say. Alright, I'm gonna wash my hands, even though I'm probably just gonna get them dirty right away. Right again. But food safety is important when you're working with raw meat, people. If you touch raw meat, do not touch something else that will not be cooked. But if you're touching something with raw meat hands that's gonna get cooked again, I don't know, use your judgment. I consider myself a little more paranoid than the average person, but all right. Heat oil in large pan. Add patties and cook till done. Then add cheese and cover. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna start heating up this pan. I'm gonna do high heat on this cast iron pan till it starts smoking. Then I'll turn the heat down a little bit, and I'll add some oil to that. Now that is going to take a few minutes to actually heat up. So what am I going to do? I'm going to clean up a couple of these little things here. I'm going to open up the buns. Some nice potato buns. I'm honestly not a huge fan of potato buns. I know they're super high quality buns. Let's make that clear. They're almost too thick, which, too thick, they got some density to them. Other people may say, like, hey, that's a good thing because it keeps the integrity of the bun, whereas a lot of burgers, you'll make them, and, well, let's just say the bun will fall apart, and nobody freaking likes that. It does not happen to these buns, okay? That's just the deal. Buns are cut. Buns are ready. We got cheese that we're eventually going to need. So I'll prepare this and just open it so it's ready to go when the time comes. We got some of these crispy onions. So it's a little burger garnish. If you're picky with burgers as well, if you don't like lettuce, you don't like tomato, this one has no lettuce or tomato, which is kind of surprising, but here we are. We got a lot of good sauce. It's gonna be juicy. It'll be good. All right. Cook the burgers. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna cook the burgers all the way through. Add the cheese, melt the cheese, put those aside onto a plate to cool down a little bit, and then in the burger pan, that we just used. We're gonna toast our buns. Then we'll put our buns on our plate. We'll sauce them up. Put the burgers on. Put the onion crispies on. Get the potatoes out of the oven. They should be done by that point. It takes potatoes, honestly, a long time to cook, so you wanna give them time. Make sure they're the last thing. All right, how are we doing with our pan? Yeah, I think we'll start smoking in a minute here, and then I'm gonna get my hands dirty again with these freaking burgers. I have these bananas that are just dying. Gotta make banana bread with those pretty soon. Pretty soon, or it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late. Because eventually bananas can be too rotten to make banana bread with. We don't want to get to that point. Alright, just playing the waiting game. You know, beef meat is already red to begin with, but with the Frank's Red Hot seasoning, with the hot sauce, I mean, these are like they're popping. And maybe through the camera you can't tell, this is just my iPhone, but they're red, they're popping. Alrighty then. I'm starting to see a little smoke, so I'm gonna turn this a little bit down. I'm gonna get some more neutral oil. We're gonna get a little oil in there. It's a little more than I would have wanted, but let's need to make do with what you got. Okay. Alright. Oil is in. And we're gonna take our patties. Alright. I'm gonna press them down a little bit. These are already tightening up. Set a 2-minute timer and let these get nice and brown. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. Just gonna do a check on the flame. It's a good flame in there. I'm gonna put this away. And yeah, I do something funny. So when working with raw meat, and you're touching your spatula to the raw meat, now your spatula is kind of contaminated. I like to lessen that contamination by putting it over the fire close to the heat there, because that heat will, in some ways, start to decontaminate, kill all the germs from the meat that could be on that spatula. So there you go. I don't know if any scientific experiments have ever been done with that, but that's the way I think about it. You guys hum to yourselves or sing to yourselves when you're alone? I honestly don't normally do that, but since I'm on camera, I have like an urge. It's weird. Well, those burgers are freaking smelling incredible. And I will say, I think that the meat that HelloFresh provides, every kind of meat, and I'm just thinking about it right now, but the ground beef they provide is very good. Very, very good. I said 2 minutes. I'm actually going to go 3 minutes. So, you know, more waiting around. More waiting around. A lot of waiting going on right now. That's all right. Let's see. anything interesting to talk about. This is my kitchen. It's very small and it's very cluttered. There's some drinks down there, which normally I wouldn't like there. I have an air fryer on the counter, which is pretty cool. I rarely use it, but I have used it a couple times, and it comes in handy for stuff. An espresso maker, some circular ice cube balls. Pretty nice for like a glass of whiskey. You got a nice big ice cube in there. It's pretty cool. Alright, let me just push this soap aside. Let's get the salt back to where I keep it. Da-da-da. Yeah, so for cooking burgers in a pan, you don't want the heat on too high because you can definitely start to like burn the burgers. You don't want to do that. But you also don't want to underheat it because you don't want them to boil in the pan. You really want them to sear. You want to build the color on the burger because that will impart some more flavor on the burger. Alright, we got a minute left. And then we'll flip these. We'll put some cheese on top and wait a couple more minutes to let these burgers cook. Oh, minutes are up. Hi, Sammy. Alright. Make sure to really scrape the burger off the bottom there. Ooh, look at that color. That's amazing. Scrape. Alright. In my experience, the first side, the color on this side, will always be the best. Be able to get it as flat as you can. I don't know. Maybe you can get it super good color on both sides every time. Not me. Alright, I'm going to set this for 3 minutes. And at the 2-minute mark, I'm going to put the cheese on. Because I feel like if I put the cheese on now, it's going to melt too fast and melt over the edges of the burger. And I want it to, stay on top of the burger. So just let this slowly cook here. Very nice stuff. Alright, and I do want to reuse this pan to toast the buns, and I've got way too much grease in there. So I'm gonna get like a coffee mug to hold that grease, that extra grease. I'm gonna end up throwing it away. I just can't while it's so hot. Alrighty. Just waiting for that timer to count down from 3 to 2, and I'll put some cheese on here. It's interesting that they give you like Monterey Jack, it's good cheese, but it's shredded. It's an interesting choice. Maybe would have liked like a non-shredded cheese. What do you call it? A slices of cheese. Because when you put the shredded cheese on, it just falls all over the place. You put it close, you try to not miss, and all you can do is do your best. But look at all that cheese flowing over the side. It's not impossible. We may be able to pick up some of that cheese on the buns that we end up toasting. So we will see. You need a small plate for letting the patties rest when I remove them from the pan. Minute left. Alright, you can kind of see the cheese around the edges starting to melt. After a little while, all the cheese will be more melted. You don't need it like, you know, super melty, but it's gonna melt, it's gonna soften up. Yeah, let's see, I wonder how the potatoes are doing. Yeah, you can see they're not even brown at all. It takes forever to get the potatoes cooked and crispy. Alright. Put the burgers aside. Turn that off. I get some of this excess grease out. Leave a little grease in there. I'm gonna take a little more out though, actually. Oh, but that pan is getting hot. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're just gonna get a little more out of there. Good, good, good. You don't want to like you don't want to have the buns like sopping with grease. But you know, get some a little bit will help with a nice toasting. Maybe a minute? I don't know. We'll check after a minute. Let me just clean the spatula off a tiny bit. Just covered in cheese. And I want to use it to smash these down a little bit. And that will give them a good surface area on the pan to get a good even toasting. All right, at this point, I don't think I need this cutting board or this knife anymore. I'm gonna put these away. Get some plates out. Alrighty. We'll check how these are doing. Yeah, let them cook for maybe another 30 seconds. I'll play it. I'll just kind of wing it, you know. Alright, I'm going to turn the heat off, maybe 15 more seconds on those buns. These have been resting nice. You can see that the cheese is melting nicely. Alrighty. Let's see here. That's probably good. I'm going to get, these are the bottom buns. Keep track of the bottom buns so that you can put the burger on the bottom buns. The bottom buns are on the left side. I always mix up the top and bottom buns. Once they're turned over, I can't tell the difference. It shouldn't be that hard, but I do it. And I just don't like it when I turn the burger, you know, I pick it up from the plate and I'm like, the dang burger is upside down. All right. We will use our sauce, a spoonful at a time, spoonful at a time. Mix it, spread it, spread it. burgers. Lay those down. Put that away. And we will top with some Crispies. Got a problem again, it's just not easy to keep these on the burger. But you know, we'll try our best. Okay. Press it into the melted cheese. Kind of get some type of action going on there, I guess. And top our burgers. Top them. Okay. And let's see how our fries are doing. I feel like it probably has not been enough time for them yet, but you know what? If they need 10 more minutes, we can eat the burgers first and then check them out a little bit. Oh, I don't know. They're getting there. I'm gonna give them a bit more time though. All right. So that is how to make this, what kind of burger? It's a Firehouse Cheeseburger, or a Firehouse Cheeseburger, as I like to call them. And here's how it turned out. Yeah, pretty good.